Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We have got an epic journey across all of Italy, starting in the north, heading all the way down south and all around. We want to bring you guys along with us. We're hopping on the night jet in Vienna, heading into Venice. So we wake up on the night jet the next morning and we are quickly approaching the lovely city of Venice. We've got a couple more stops before we hop off in the Santa Lucia train station right in the middle of the island. So we are so excited to start this amazing train journey throughout this beautiful country, which is a favorite of ours. So guys, we are going to treat you to some of our favorite cities, and we will also be exploring some new cities to us as well, as we try to cover as many regions of the country via train. But first, enjoy these gorgeous views as we come into the city of Venice.
So there's only a few different ways to get around here since there are no cars allowed in this part of Venice, right in the central island. So you're either going to be walking or you're going to be taking a boat of some sort, either a gondola or a canoe or your personal boat, or they also have these water taxis like this station right here, which is where we got off when we got in at the train station. And then from here we walked over to our Airbnb. Taking a little tour this morning of the old Jewish ghetto here in Venice. There's also a new part. They're really just separated by a little footbridge over one of the canals, but it's a beautiful area, and just walking around here and taking it all in. Okay, made it over to St. Mark's Square. You can see the church here behind me and the clock tower. And we're looking at all different kinds of architecture here. We've got New Renaissance, and on the other side we have Renaissance. So a little bit of everything here. Let's keep looking around and see what else we find. So Venice is made up of like 120 islands or so, and there are about 177 canals in the lagoon here at Venice. And the bridges, you just have to be prepared to walk over the bridges. Some of them are small, some of them are a little bit bigger, but there are lots of bridges to cross because of all of those canals. And it is said to that they have probably one of the cities with the most bridges, and it has over 400 bridges, which is crazy. I know, so you're thinking to yourself, how do they get deliveries and all that kind of stuff if there's no cars allowed? Everything is done by boat. The ambulance, the police, rowboat school, all kinds of stuff are done by boat here within the canal. And it's really always interesting to see, like when the ambulance goes by or the delivery truck, the garbage truck as well as the recycling. Instead of a truck, it's a boat that goes by here on the water. So really lots of very interesting things to see. On my way to the grocery store, and I've been a few times, but the first time I went, I got lost because it's in like this really thin alleyway that doesn't look like there's anything there but like homes. So I'll show you what that looks like. Hang on a second.
So we're in Venice, Italy, and we are staying in an Airbnb. We try to do Airbnb or a long-term rental type place with a kitchen as much as we can, because we do travel full-time. It's hard to eat out all the time. You kind of miss cooking and all that fun stuff, even though it's just for the two of us. So I went to the grocery store, which is like a 5-10 minute walk from here, very close. Went to the grocery store and picked up some things. So I'm going to cook this sausage tonight for us for dinner, which I know Rob is super excited about. And this package of the 4 cost me $1.99. The euro and the dollar are kind of the same right now, so it's basically $1.99, which was 1.99 euro. And then this bag of potatoes, I got those, and these are like, you know, multi-use potatoes. And I'm gonna make mashed potatoes with those. And the bag of this was $1.49. That's crazy. And then I got some focaccia bread, and what I did was I bought a package of 6 of them, and they're individually wrapped. And the package of the 6 of them was also $2. So that's a really good deal, I think. So I'm gonna warm those up for us as well. So I'm gonna make this all for us, but this is a great Airbnb and we really like it. Like I said, I love having the kitchen, but we also, its best feature, I'm gonna show you in just a second, but we paid $100 a night to stay here, and it's completely worth it when you come see this view. Come see. Look at this. It is right on the canal, you guys. Can you believe this? Look at this. Ah. So after I make our dinner, we'll be sitting at the table and enjoying this glorious view, and maybe just hanging out, watching some TV or something. I've had such a fun time today walking around the city and showing you around one of my favorite cities in Italy.
Partirà dal binario 5 invece che dal binario 10. Il treno regionale di luce 3490 di Trenitalia. Perderò la porta in modo dal binario 13 invece che dal binario 18. Ferma a Venezia Extra Padova Vicenza.
Okay, so we're riding business class, and we're taking it from Venice to Bologna, and we paid $50 extra for the two of us to ride, and the seats look amazing. There's plenty of space for luggage, so this is going to be a pretty comfortable ride, I think.
you do pay a little more to be in business class in Italy, and to us it's totally worth it because you don't have to fight for luggage spaces, and it's generally really empty. As you can see today, we're the only people in the whole coach, so that is great. Totally worth the extra $50 I think we spent on this train ride. They've got signs all over the train touting a new fast Wi-Fi, so we're going to put that to the test right now. I'm connected and I've got my internet speed checker going, so let's see what it is. Oh, it is not too bad. Actually, it is pretty fast, so yeah, that's real impressive.
Okay, so one of the perks of business class is that you do get some free snacks, and you can pick from sweet or salty, and Rob and I decided to get one of each so that we can share those. And then they do also give you some water, and I got some coffee for me, and Rob got a Coke. So that's really nice. We're gonna enjoy this little snack right now and just continue to enjoy the ride.
Traveling with Train Italia. We will be glad to see you again on board our train.
Well, as you can see, we are right in the middle of Bologna. We are in the major square here. We're going to be exploring and looking around, see what all we can find. Beautiful buildings here and lots of things to learn. So you're looking at here one of the beautiful colonnades here in the city of Bologna. It actually has the longest colonnades in the world, over 25 miles covered by these colonnades, and it's a great way to explore the city. You're underneath here, you don't have to worry about the weather, and it does help cover up the wind too. So sometimes we like to mix things up a little bit, and this time around we decided we're in Bologna, but this Georgian place looked really good, so we're in a Georgian restaurant, and we've ordered some Georgian food, so that's going to be really exciting to try out. I even have a lemonade, flavored lemonade brought in from Georgia as well. So this is actually our first time trying Georgian food, someplace we wanted to go, so we'll try out the food and then we'll see how it goes. Okay, so our order just came to the table and it looks unbelievable. It smells unbelievable. So we're gonna go ahead and dig in.
we need to explain a little bit about what happened in that restaurant. So we were here to eat, and we were walking around. We found this place that looked good. We went in, and the menu, everything was like $6, and that included tax, tip, and your drink. So we thought, that's not going to be that much food.
Right.
So we thought we'd get a piece of pizza.
Sure.
Just a piece of pizza to go with it. So Allie ordered a piece of pizza, she thought, which was also $6, but it was that whole pizza.
It was a whole pizza. So it was a whole pizza, and then Rob got the lasagna bolognese, and I got the tagliatelle pasta with the ragu sauce, which is like a meat sauce. It was a lot of food, but I'm not gonna lie to you, we ate quite a bit of it.
Yeah, the lasagna bolognese was everything you could dream of. Being in Bologna, eating the lasagna bolognese.
Had to do it.
What you have to do.
Treno in arrivo ordinario 2 Piazzale Ovest, allontanarsi dalla linea gialla.
We're in business class today, and we have the whole cabinet, the whole coach to ourselves again. So I wanted to show you a few things, because this one is a little different than the one we were in earlier. It looks like it's a little bit newer, and the seats are different, and they actually have a cool power recline and adjust on them. So I'm going to show you that real quick. You just hit this little button here, and you can see that the seat will move out. And you hit up, and then that's what you do to make the seat go back and recline. So that's pretty cool. They also have a higher window behind me, and it feels more like a cubicle. This is what the two side looks like, and it's a very big coach, very spacious. I really like this one. It does feel new. We do have the whole thing, and we've been on 2 of these business class routes now. Both times we've been the only people in business. So if you like a little privacy, or actually a lot of privacy, it might be worth the extra $50 or so. I don't know that it's always that way. It is March though, so it's not exactly low season, not really high season, but we've been really happy with it. This was a longer ride. It was about 5 hours. And we thought it was worth it to do it this way.
All right, so we are staying on basically the main road here in town. So I'm gonna take you into the apartment here. Look at this view down the street. I'll show you that in another second, but this is us. Now open the door and come right in. Good. We've got some lights. So there's a light switch right here.
and we turn that on. We'll come up the stairs. So the bottom level, there's nothing, it's just the main street. And then our bedroom and the rooftop are up there. Now, I'm gonna show you around on the main level here, which is the living space. And so there's a door that closes off, which that way the stairwell basically stays fairly cool. So you keep this door closed so you can keep the heat or air in, depending on which one you're doing. Okay, so let's take a look at the kitchen first, which is my favorite. And we have everything in here, everything you could want. We've got a washer, we've got a stove with an oven, which is amazing. And we've got a dishwasher as well, full-size dishwasher, absolutely amazing. Love this nice full-size fridge with the freezer and cupboards here, as well as cupboards there. And here, we've got our kind of back balcony. Look how pretty that is. I love that. So this is a great space here. We just kind of hang out here. We can eat and then kind of chill here, sit and read or watch TV. And then we also have a half bath down here, which is right here. It's kind of a fun little, you know, wonky space with the little door, which shockingly is one of the few things I ever have to lean down for. Look at this. I'm too tall for it, so I have to squeak down. Woo! But once inside, I'm fine. So that's kind of funny. But let me show you real quick. Look at this. Look at this view out the street. Yeah, so we are on the main street here in town, and pretty much everybody coming into town walks right through here, so that's kind of cool. You also hear the cars from time to time. Not a lot of cars are allowed in this area. It's pretty contained, so yeah. All right, well, we're gonna go upstairs and we're gonna go check out where the bedroom and the full bathroom are. And then out here in the hall, you hit the button and it actually turns the lights on for you. Otherwise, you end up in the dark, and that's a real problem. Okay, so this is where the bedroom is. We have a nice king-size bed. We've got a dresser, huge closet, 2 of them, right here, and super comfortable. I will say one thing is the bed in this Airbnb, unbelievable. Super, super comfortable, highly recommend it. It's hard to get a very good, comfortable bed sometimes in Airbnbs. There's a little sleeping area here as well. Another person can sleep here. They do call this a second bedroom. I guess you could call it that because someone could sleep there, but the bathroom, the full bathroom is in here. It has a bidet and it's got a shower and the sink all right inside here. And we've got a beautiful, another window with a balcony here as well. Let me just show you this instead of going outside again. You already know what that looks like. These windows I love. So you can open them like a door, or watch this. Ooh. And this way. So it's kind of like a window. And it's got a screen back there too. So that's kind of nice. I really love these. Those are super cool. But I'm going to show you the most impressive part of this apartment, and that is the rooftop terrace. Are you ready? Look at this. Oh my goodness. Not only is this a private rooftop, look at this view. Absolutely incredible.
Beautiful ocean views. And this is the Adriatic. And look at this little thing in the corner. We want a little mini kitchen up here as well. And there's a sink and a little kind of brick oven, I guess. I don't know what you call that. But we paid for this one. We actually got a really good deal on this one because we booked it when prices were considerably lower. So we did pay about $30-ish a night, which is an insane deal for this apartment. But right now you can expect to pay about $100 a night, which is still an amazing deal, honestly, all in all, for what you're getting and the location and the views. You're not going to beat that even for $100 a night. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Let's go take a look through town now. Buongiorno. We've had a great time here in Monopoly, and we are ready to head back up to the northern part of the country. We're headed to Florence today. We are going to be hopping on a regional train, and then going to be hopping up to Bari, and then from Bari we'll be getting on the Frecciarossa up north of there. So the regional trains are a little bit different in that they are only one class, second class, and it is not assigned seating. It's just open seating, so you just hop on there, grab a seat or stand depending on how far you're going, or if you find a seat or not. Usually the trains do have seats available. The few times we've been on it, you do get a seat. There are no luggage racks and things like that for the most part. Some of them may, some of them won't. So just be prepared to kind of have your bags with you in your seat. Keep going. Okay, we have to do a seat tour because these seats are absolutely amazing. So first thing is they tilt from side to side. So there's a button, a lever here. You pull this and I can turn this way or I can turn that way. All right, so I can go either way. All right, so I'm back in the middle here. And then in here, you're wondering, hey, there's no table. Oh, there is a table. There's a button here. You press that, pull your table out and sit it right here. Perfect. That's a good size there. It's not too deep, but it is wide enough, which is perfect. You can set a computer on here and work if you need to. So that's a good size for the table. And then you slide it right back in there. Easy breezy. Now, you've got lights right here, up here behind me. So I'm gonna turn that on. All right, hit that button, and then you've got this light right here. So if you need that for a reading or whatever, you have to kind of hold it down. Yep. hold it down just long enough and then it'll go off. Now we're gonna kick this back like a recliner. So here comes the bottom, and we're gonna be able to put the legs up here. So as I'm pressing the button, it's gonna come up nice and relaxed here. There's also a button to have the legs go down, and then if you want to recline the top, we're also going to go back. So we're going to go back here, and we can lay down practically. Oh, that's nice and comfortable. That's really quite nice. It's a really wide space. You can see there's enough room even on either side of me. And then you want to sit back up, you can bring the seat back up, and you've got quite a bit of space there. And then put the legs back down. Now if you have small bags, there is a spot right under here to put those, like a small purse or whatever. And then here is fantastic. You've got 2 USBs to charge stuff, and then you also have a kind of universal European 220 right here as well. So that's really good. You can charge your stuff while you're right here in the seat. It's fantastic. There is room. So Rob and I are in seats that are facing each other. So right behind us, there's room for luggage. So that's really nice. Rob's going to show you that in just a second. But the windows also have these nice shades that go down. So if that sun is shining on you, you can put that right back up. We've got quite a bit here. Rob's going to show you what this looks like here behind me with our bags. So we've got our 2 21-inch bags back there and a backpack. Plenty of room there for that. And then of course there is room overhead as well. You can see up top, you can set some things there. Rob's got his backpack up there, and we have our snack bag up there as well. So there's a lot more to explore. So hang on, we're going to show you some more good stuff. That's nice. Okay, so our attendant was here and taking our order for our lunch slash dinner. I don't know what you call that, dinner. But anyways, he would not let us just order one thing. He really wanted us to have several options. So he basically forced me to order 2 things for each of us that he thought would be good, and a dessert. So I'll show you guys what that looks like when he gets back. So I got some fresh mozzarella here, and look at this adorable little bottle of olive oil and salt and pepper. We're gonna put that on the mozzarella, and we are going to enjoy it. It's so funny. It's like they just brought this from the farm. This mozzarella is insanely fresh, unbelievable.
That is really good. It's warm. The taste is incredible. The pasta is amazing. And I wasn't even expecting to get food today, so this is just a bonus all the way around. It was 3 o'clock when we got on this train, and it's a good thing we haven't eaten at all today, because Allie tells me I have another meal coming right now. She did all the ordering because I don't speak any Italian, and I don't think they spoke much English, so she ordered in Italian. She told me she ordered me beef and potatoes, which would be the standard thing she would order me. So hopefully that's coming next, and I'll let you know how that is.
Okay, so the beef is here, and we both have beef, and he brought us some bread as well. It smells unbelievable. It kind of smells a little bit like almost like hot roast. So let's dig into this and see what this is like. We're gonna use some of this bread. Oh my goodness, this looks incredible. It's so tender. Just melts in your mouth. Incredible.
Yeah, she did a really good job ordering, so I'm pretty happy. We are riding this train from Bari to Florence, and that's about a 6-hour ride. And our tickets cost $309 total for the 2 of us, so about $155 each. And I think that was a pretty good price for what you get here. This is been just amazing so far, and definitely worth the upgrade to do this if you're in Italy and you want to ride in one of the most luxurious trains you'll see.
Look at this delicious fruit bowl. I'm so excited to dig in. I absolutely love fruit. And it looks like we've got some apples and oranges, pineapple, and kiwi in here. So let's go ahead and dig right in here. This all looks nice and ripe too. Very good.
You might be wondering, how do I actually go ahead and book this executive class if you want to get it? And a couple ways you can do it. You can book it on Trenitalia, but you're going to probably need to know some Italian to do that. The easier way, if you don't speak Italian, is to go to italiarail.com and book it there. That's where we booked it. And actually, seat selection is included. You're not going to pay much more, if anything, to book it there. And it's all going to be in English. And as a bonus, your credit card is going to work the first time on that site, whereas on Trenitalia, your card may not go through if you're trying to book it from the States or with a US credit card.
Okay, so this is a proper Italian coffee. It is essentially an espresso shot, which is very similar to any of my Hispanic friends, especially Cubans. It's like a Cuban coffee as well. Very thick, very potent, I believe. So that's good, because I was getting a little bit sleepy from all that food that we ate. I did take a few minutes nap, and now I think we do need some coffee, because I do want to explore when we get to Florence.
We've been in Italy for a little while now, and it's our first time in executive class, and we thought we had a 6-hour ride today, so it'd be a great time to try this out, because we haven't tried it. And I'm really glad we did on this route, because it's been beautiful. Service was fantastic. We got good food and we were hungry, so pretty happy that we chose this executive class on our way to Florence.
All right, we just arrived in Florence. We are going to go to the hotel, check that out, drop off our bags, and maybe take a look around. Okay, so we're all checked into the Diplomat Hotel. It is right across the street from the station. Took us 5 minutes to get here, a little less than 5 minutes, but only because we had to wait for the tram to cross the street. So very quick to get here, easy breezy, and it's a beautiful room. They actually ended up upgrading us. We paid about $100 a night to stay here. We're gonna be here for a few nights, and they gave us a room upgrade, It looks like a really nice spacious room. I love the hardwood floor, or the wood floors in here, and we have a nice bathroom, so there's plenty of space in here for us in our time that we have here, and we are really looking forward to exploring Florence, so we're gonna go ahead and unpack a couple quick things and maybe hit the streets just for fun. All right, if you're feeling like getting some steps in, and by steps I mean up the steps, you can make your way up to the Michelangelo Piazza, and this is actually the best spot to take a picture of the entire city of Florence. You've probably seen that famous picture with the Duomo and all the stuff in it. This is the best spot to do that, so make sure you make your way up here. Okay, so we've been in Europe for what, two and a half months?
60-something days.
Yeah, and one of the things that we've been missing is Mexican food. So, word on the street is there's a really good Mexican restaurant here in Florence. So we're gonna go check that out and see if we could kind of hold off this craving until we get back to the US. Okay, so I got a salad bowl with some chicken on top and a taco to go with it, and you get a drink. And then Rob has got himself 4 crunchy tacos, which is always hard to get when we're out of the country, so we'll see what that's like here, and we'll just enjoy it and see if we can get that taco want taken care of. That'll do the trick. All right, so we've got our tickets and we are ready to head over to the Accademia, and we are going to see Michelangelo's David live in person. Okay, so we are here in the Piazza di Signoria, and the Uffizi is here behind me. We're about to head in there, and we just left from seeing, as you saw with us, the David, Michelangelo's beautiful masterpiece. It was really something to behold, but there's another David just outside here in the middle of the plaza in between, but we're looking forward to seeing what there is to see in the Uffizi.
This ride to Pisa is going to take us 1 hour on a regional train, and it cost us €8 a piece for a total of €16, and we're pretty excited about that price. On a regional train like this one here, there's no assigned seating, so you can get your ticket and actually get validated. You just find your platform, find your train, and come pick out any seats you want. Now, on this train and most trains, there's upper and lower level seating. So today we're on the upper level because we think we might get just a little bit better view.
Siamo in arrivo a Signa.
We are now arriving in
Signa. Siamo in arrivo in orario a Empoli.
We are now arriving on time in
Empoli. I viaggiatori troveranno il treno regionale 18211 di Trenitalia per Siena delle ore 12:40 al binario 3. Regionale veloce 4029 di Trenitalia per Livorno Centrale delle ore 12:58 al binario 2. Siamo in arrivo in orario a Pisa Centrale.
We are now arriving on time in
Pisa Centrale.
Just an hour to get here to Pisa, and we're just coming here for the day, so we're not staying the night here. We didn't get a hotel. We're moving on to Lucca after this because we can do Pisa in just a few hours. So if you have bags with you, there are convenient storage lockers all around the city. You just kind of walk up and put your bags in, put some money in, and you can store your bags there while you go see the Leaning Tower, because it is about a 20-minute walk from the train station to the tower. So if you're bringing your suitcases and you're just coming here for the day, you probably don't want to take those with you.
So we found it. Here it is, the Leaning Tower of Pisa. It's quite popular. There's a lot of people here. When you come around the corner from the plaza and walk out here, you'll see all the people holding up their hands, trying to take their pictures, holding up the tower, and quite a few interesting variations as well.
We got a large gelato. We got unicorn and stracciatella. €5 for a cup. Pretty good. We spent about 3 hours here in Pisa, and now we're walking back to the train station. We're just gonna buy some tickets over to Lucca, hop over there, where we're gonna spend a little more time. And it was a great visit here in Pisa. You don't need a couple of days or anything. You can do this in a day or an afternoon. And so we're ready to hop on over to Lucca. Tickets from Pisa to Lucca were only €3.60, so it cost us about a little over €7 to go there. It only takes 30 minutes. If you're doing these regional trains, you really don't need to buy these tickets well ahead of time before you get here. We just purchased it 20 minutes before the train arrives here.
Siamo in arrivo in orario a Lucca. Termine corsa del treno.
We are now arriving on time in
Lucca.
final destination of this journey.
I viaggiatori troveranno il treno regionale 18525 di Trenitalia per Firenze Santa Maria Novella delle ore 16:31 al binario 6. Regionale 18497 di Trenitalia per Firenze Santa Maria Novella delle ore 16:46 al binario 3.
All right, we arrived here in Lucca. We're gonna grab a taxi. There's some waiting here. Gonna head in because we're staying inside the city walls. It's gonna be amazing. Come along with us. So we've been in Italy for a couple of months now, and so we've had quite a bit of Italian food. And while we've been in Florence, we've decided to have a couple different culinary experiences. So we've already done Mexican, and tonight we're doing Chinese.
I got the chicken fried rice, and I'm gonna try it with these chopsticks. We'll see how it goes. Oh, that's not bad. I got this.
We're sitting in the lounge, the Frecciarossa lounge here in Florence, waiting on our train to Turin, and I thought grab a little something to eat. I got some focaccia here with some prosciutto and some cheese, and we're just enjoying our time here quietly, waiting for our train.
Alright, we are in the business Salatino class, which is one step up from the regular business or the business quiet car class, and it's a little bit of an upgrade in price. So for our trip, it was about an $18 upgrade over regular business class. This is a 3-hour trip from Florence to Torino, and the total price for both of us together was $139. So I'm gonna hand this over to Allie, and she's gonna give you a quick seat tour of this little compartment.
Okay, quick seat tour here. Let's take a look. We've got USB chargers, so one for each seat. There's 2 of them there, and 2 regular outlets there. There's a light switch here, turns on the light right over your seat and turn it off. This is where you pull out the desk, your table, pull that out in front of you, and then it flips out this way. So nice and spacious enough. We also have a little cubby down here. We can store a bag. Got mine. There's trash over here, and then the seat does recline, although I would think it would be extremely awkward with the person in front of you, if you don't know them, to lean back, because if you're both leaning back, your knees are going to definitely be touching, and I don't even have long legs. I can't imagine 2 people with long legs sitting across from each other. So quite a bit of space in here. You've got control of volume and the room lights in here, and there is a door to the cubby as well right here, where it kind of cuts off from the hallway, so you can have a little privacy if you're having a meeting or anything like that. This would be a great place for that. There is storage also up above where you can store bags. You can put some bags up there, and like I said, you can adjust the lights in the room too. And you got a nice big window here, and there is a shade, so if the sun is coming in and that's not working for you, you can cut that right out. So pretty good seats here. There is a tiny bit of storage underneath, but not enough for a big bag. We did end up putting our big suitcases in the regular business compartment on the luggage racks there.
The bistro car is functioning again on the Frecciarossa, and Allie just went down and got us some food. It was €9, and she got me this lasagna. So I'm gonna open this up and see what this looks like. So take a look at that. That's gonna be my lunch today, and I am really excited about that because I haven't had lasagna since we were in Bologna last time. And we just happened to be in Bologna at the train station, so I'm gonna have lasagna again, and that's kind of fitting. So from here on out, we're headed up to Torino, but we're gonna enjoy our lunch on this train and have a nice ride up there.
So we're just pulling out of the Reggio Emilia station. We've only got a couple of stops left. We're headed to Milan and then on to our station, which is in Turin. Well, we enjoyed our time in the business class Salentino. We ended up having it to ourselves, which was really nice. And we've arrived here in Torino, ready to explore. All right, so we made it to our hotel here in Torino, in Turin. And the reason why we picked this hotel, now normally we stay as close to the station as possible. That way we could just walk out from the station and, you know, we're really close coming in and out. But we picked this hotel because it's really special. So this used to be the Lingotto Fiat factory here in Torino, and it was built in the 1920s, and around the early 1980s, like 1982-ish, they decided, after they had, shut the factory down, they decided in the 1980s that they were going to make it into something else, and they turned it into a mall, and then they said, hey, why don't we put a hotel in too? So it's a mall and a hotel combo all in one structure here, and it's known for a very cool feature, and that is a test track that they have on the roof. So we're going to see if we can gain access to that and show you what that looks like. But you can actually see the test track from the room. We're in the courtyard part of the hotel, and so if we look up, we can see where the test track part is. So we're like in the middle part of the test track. So that's kind of cool. We're gonna go check it out, see if we can get into that test track and show you guys. Okay, so you can see this banked curve behind me is so crazy. I'm thinking, I don't know if I have any Rice fans on here, but like if you've ever been to Bristol or seen Bristol, I think that bank's higher up than Bristol. I don't know. But that looks pretty scary when you think you're testing a car, a Fiat, on the roof of a building. And I'm looking at the wind today. I would be a little nervous test driving a car on that bank up here. I don't know about you.
Hey guys, we're here in the Auto Museum in Torino, which is one of the finest collection of cars anywhere.
So we took the metro subway service over to the historic center, and we are here in Piazza San Carlo. We're gonna walk around here, bring you guys along as we explore this area. So we've done a quick stop here at the Cathedral of John the Baptist, and it is the place where the Shroud of Turin is housed. Now you can't see it all the time. There's very, very select times when they actually display it, and obviously today is not one of those. So behind me is the Palatine Gate. We're going to take a second to get we're going to get a little bit closer, but it is one of the best preserved Roman gates from the 1st century BC. It looks really spectacular from here, so it's going to be amazing close up. Let's go for it. So I went to the store to pick up a couple of things, and I thought I'm gonna get a couple of items that the Piedmont region is known for here, which is the region that Torino is in. And there's a couple of things. One of them is rosini, which are basically like these breadsticks, and I got olive oil flavor. I'm gonna open that and try it in just a second. And then the other thing this region is known for is also chocolate, which I've gotten. And oh my goodness, does that smell amazing. This particular one has like rice crisps in it, but the rice crisps are caramel flavored with the dark chocolate. And then I do like white chocolate quite a lot. I know it's not really chocolate, but this one has blueberries in it. And she gave me a sample of it and I nearly cried. It was so good. So I'm gonna try those for you in just a second, but I wanted to talk about these. These are colomba cakes. So they're basically like, these are the Easter cakes. So you've probably heard of panettone, which is their Christmas cake slash bread, really more bread. This is their Easter bread slash cake. And I bought 2 of them. These are minis. They usually come in like a big box, like you get the panettone one. And I thought, that's gonna be super wasteful if I buy that really big one, because there's no way that Rob and I could eat it. So I bought these, come in flavors, little ones. And I got this chocolate one for Rob, and I got the classic one for me. So I'm gonna open this up, and we're gonna try this out. I'll show you that it's supposed to be shaped like a dove because it translates into Easter dove. So if you can kind of see that. But it smells absolutely amazing. So I'm gonna break off a piece here and try this out. Although I'm making a mess, let's see. Oh yeah. It's like a sweet bread, basically, but it's got some fruit and nuts on top. I'm gonna take another bite. That is actually quite good. So that's something to keep in mind if you can get a hold of some. And then this is the grissini, which is, they use 00 flour for this. And this is, like I said, flavored olive oil flavor. So let's try that out too. I bet these will be really good. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. They must just take they make them fresh, hand rolled out there in the store where I bought them. That's really tasty. Okay. And then, since I already tried the white chocolate with the blueberries, I'm gonna break off a piece of this regular chocolate with the caramel rice crisps in here and try that out. Oh wow. Yeah. Definitely get some chocolate when you're in Torino. And these grissinis are absolutely delicious. And if you're here during Easter, absolutely get this colomba bread / cake. Really good stuff. I'm glad I picked this stuff up. I hope you guys liked it. All right, we've had a great time here in Torino, and we are hopping on the train here, gonna head over to Milan, and then we are hopping on the sleeper train there. So we are excited for our first Italian sleeper train experience. All right, if you're in Milan, you have got to come and see the Duomo behind me and also do a little bit of shopping at the Galleria. Okay, so we're back to eating Italian food in Italy. I love carbonara, so that is what I went with. And they did give us some bread as well, which is quite lovely. It tastes kind of like focaccia, but not quite. And then Rob got a pizza, a sausage pizza, which looks unbelievable. Look at this thing. It's enormous. And like I've said before, we usually, when we eat Italian, we usually get a pizza, we usually get pasta, because the crust is really good to eat with the pasta. So we're gonna dig in, and we'll see you guys in a minute. And put cheese on it. Even better.
That was another great meal, and it was $17 US, so pretty good deal as well. Time to check out the bathrooms on this Intercity Notte, and the first one I came to was this one. It's a real small one, really unique, interesting handle, door to get in. Just kind of flip that, and that will lock and unlock the door. But this bathroom just has a sink, and that's all there is to it. There's nothing else in here but a sink. So I hope there's another one right around the corner with a toilet. I'm gonna go look for that right now. Alright, I made it to the bigger bathroom, which was just around the corner, and it is quite a bit more spacious. It also does have a toilet, so I'll show you a little bit around here. There is a sink there. How does this thing work? I don't know. I don't know how to make the water go. After looking around, I figured out it's this little button right here. That's what you push to make the water come out. So that's pretty self-explanatory as long as you look around. There is a toilet here and toilet paper. One thing you might notice and be surprised by if you're coming from the States is that the toilet, a lot of the toilets don't have toilet seats on them. They're just the actual bowl. So that can be confusing at first, but once you get used to it, you know that that's happening. But yeah, this is the bathroom for our deluxe cabin, and this is going to be where we're hanging out for the next 21 hours. We're going to enjoy this ride. Alright, I'm back, and I'm in another bathroom because I did some more investigating, and the bathrooms that I was in previously were right next to our room, but they were actually in the next car down, which is the comfort rooms, and we're in the deluxe rooms. So the deluxe ones have a little bit different bathrooms, so you get to see both. But the big difference here is that the sink does seem smaller, but it is more of an American style toilet with a seat and a lid. So the sink is a little bit tinier, but the toilet is familiar. So honestly, you have your choice of either one you can use throughout the night. So I think we'll be just set with this.
Okay guys, so we started out in Milan at the central station there, and that's actually the terminus, one of the terminus stations for it, but we're going to, the other terminus station is Syracuse, but we are hopping off in Palermo. So this is our first time down to Sicily, and this is going to be a really interesting and incredible ride. It's going to be some really cool views tomorrow. So we're on the train for 21 hours, which is amazing because we got on at 7:40 p.m. in Milan, and we don't get in to Palermo until tomorrow afternoon, I think around 4 or something like that. So that's quite a ride. So that's great. That gives us enough time to be able to enjoy the ride and sleep, and we take our time now to give you a tour. So let me show you around the room. First, I'm going to show you my bed. So this is my bed here, and this is the lower bunk. In this room, we have it as a double, so just the 2 beds set up, but you could do a triple in here as well. There's a bed all the way at the top too. So we've just got the 2 beds set up because it's just the 2 of us. So here's the lower bunk, and there's a lot of really cool stuff down here. Let me show you. We've got a charger here, so an outlet here where you can charge, and you can use the regular European plug here as well, which is really nice. This cubby, I think, was made before like smartphones, so it's not going to hold your smartphone. You'll have to find an alternative place to put it, but if you have a flip phone, it'll fit in there just right, LOL. Then we've got some light switches here, and then this is a call button for the attendant, and this is a light here. There's a button here to turn that on. You can control the overhead lights right here. So that's everything down here on the lower bunk. Now let's take a look at the rest of the room. The mirror has got a light which you can turn on and off, and that's this light right here. And then we also have our own sink right here in the room, and just turn that right on. And she did bring us some towels and some other goodies as well, but let me finish giving you a tour here. Let's take a look at this top bunk. So this is where Rob's gonna sleep, as you already know, and I think he's pretty pumped because there's so much room up here, but I'm gonna let him go ahead and give you a tour of this upstairs penthouse.
All right, we have a ladder here. It looks pretty solid, so I'm gonna give this a go. I tried first to see if I could jump up there. That didn't work, so we're gonna give the ladder a go. And it looks to be pretty basic. You only need to get up a few steps, and then you can make your way up. That's not bad at all. But amazingly, I do have all kinds of room up here, so this is a really spacious accommodation for me, which I'm really excited about. And the other reason I'm really excited, can you tell this is my excited face, is what a good deal we got on this train. We paid $237 total for both of us. So that was total price. And we got this deluxe 2-bedroom private cabin, comes with breakfast, and that's a really good price for the amount of ride that we're doing, which is 21 hours. You really can't, you know, really can't beat that. That's like $10 an hour. So, you know, what are you gonna? Ali's gonna be upset if I'm doing math on here, but you know, this is probably the cheapest sleeper cabin that we've ever had, and to get to do it for this long and have it be this spacious is really quite a good deal. So up here we have a light. We have another charger port right there, and again another flip phone holder. So that's all good. But I do have all the storage up here for my backpack. I've got on that side. I've got my jacket over here, my other bag, and my headphones down there. And then I measured how long this bed is before I got up here, and it is 6 feet long. And the amazing thing is how wide it is, which this bed is, it's 30 inches wide. Now most sleeper car beds are going to be 23, 24, maybe 26 inches. So to get a 30-inch bed is pretty unheard of, and they're both actually 30-inch beds. So we are really excited about that. So what's the food situation going to be on the train?
Okay, so we get breakfast included, which I don't know what that is. We'll find out. It's a surprise in the morning. But I asked our attendant, and she said that she will be watching for us, and when she sees us out and about, then she will go ahead and bring us our breakfast. So I do like the idea that she is not going to be waking us up, or that we have to get up early to get it. It's just gonna be, she'll bring it whenever we get up. So that's kind of cool. So it'll be a surprise. We'll show you guys in the morning.
One of the conductors of the train came by and put this little button in that little holder, and he said this is called the big problem button. If you have a big problem, you hit this button because it calls me and I'll come down and take care of it. So it's good to know that there is someone on board that's going to solve any big problem we have. Hopefully we don't have to hit that button. Also right next to it, pretty interesting, is a door which leads to the suite next to us. So if you had 4 or 6 people, you could get interconnecting rooms, and that'd be pretty cool. All right, Allie is already asleep. It's getting late, so it is time for lights out. We will see you in the morning.
Okay, we've got our breakfast here, and we've got coffee, and we have orange juice, and that looks like pineapple juice, I think, yeah. And we've got some croissants and some toast, and then also some Nutella. So we're gonna dig into that. That looks like a good enough breakfast. We've got our coffee, and we're going to enjoy the sea views while we eat our breakfast.
Almost 11 o'clock in the morning, and we have enjoyed a good breakfast and seen a ton of scenery, and we are at the sea, and this is where they're going to load the train onto a ferry. So we're not really sure how this is going to work, if we stay in the room, if we get out, but this should be pretty interesting to see what happens.
No, che hai detto che c'è venuto che sono una cosa adesso bisogna ricordarsi dove siamo, perché sennò poi bisogna guardare che fila siamo.
Crossing the Strait of Messina now, and it's going to take us about 35 minutes on this ferry to do it. You can see they've got our train loaded in down here on the lower compartment. So it is a beautiful view up here. They do let you off the train to walk around the whole time on the upper deck. It's a little windy up here, so make sure you have a hat and a jacket when you do this. But this is a stunning view crossing the strait. came back down from being up top to go over the Strait of Messina, and time for lunch. So we've got this food here that Allie bought at the station in Milan yesterday. And it's this huge focaccia bread with meat and cheese, I think, in it. I'm gonna give that a try. It's really good, even the next day. The focaccia is really good, and I love the meat. It's all fresh. Good choice.
Okay, just arrived in Palermo, and what an interesting ride. We had a great time. It was really good. That was such a long ride, 21 hours, and we did the ferry, which is the only way to get from mainland Italy to Sicily, and the views, as you saw, absolutely spectacular. Hope you guys enjoyed the ride as much as we did. Hey guys, so we're here in Palermo in Sicily, Italy, and we made it to our hotel room. It was literally just a few minutes from the train station. There's not a ton of like big name hotels here, so we are in an Airbnb, or I guess they call it a B&B, bed and breakfast. It's called Buona Luna, and it's a cute little room. It's comfortable. It's got everything we need for the night, but we're excited to head out and explore a little bit of Palermo.
We're in Sicily, so have to get pizza. So we got this pizza. Looks amazing. This is the margarita. That's really good pizza.
Okay, there are a couple of dishes that are just in Palermo, and this is one of them. It's called the cathedral, and it's a pretty simple ingredients in it, but it looks like it's going to be absolutely amazing. Look at it. Oh, it just sounds super creamy. So I'm going to dig into this. The other pasta that's for Palermo is la norma, and that's the one that Ron has, and it has the eggplant in it, and it looks really good too. So I'm gonna dig into this one. Ooh, we gotta cool this off. It is hot right off the pot. Let's see. Oh my goodness, that is good. Really nice and flavorful. They kind of just all come alive in your mouth. Now, when we ordered pizza also, and you get like a whole pizza, and our waiter thought we were a little bit crazy for ordering pizza and the pasta all at the same time, which you don't normally do. But you know why we do it? We do it because we like to use the crust as bread for our pasta. We're here at the Cathedral of Palermo. Dates back to the 1100s. We're gonna go in and take a look around, and then we're also gonna head to a couple more very beautiful sites here in Palermo.
Stopped at a pizza stand here in Palermo, and they had a ton of amazing toppings. This one, I think it's either sausage or bacon, I'm not quite sure, but interestingly, they hand you the pizza folded, so it's not like what we would consider to be Sicilian style pizza. It's more like New York style pizza. That's been all the pizza here. It is pretty cheap. Everything's been cheap in Palermo. Our hotel was only 60. This whole lunch for the two of us was only 9, so we're gonna dig in here and see how good this is. That was really good. Very cheesy, great flavor. I love it.
So it looks like our train is pulling in. We are hopping on the Intercity Notte and we are riding in a double Excelsior room today. So excited to see what that's like. Okay guys, you know what time it is. We gotta give you a room tour, and we have been on the Intercity Notte before, but we were in a different kind of room. This room has a little something different that our other one did not have. I'll show you that in a little bit, but first let me show you my sleeping area. So this is the downstairs, and this turns into a couch easily. This flips up, and then this is the bottom cushion of the couch, and we've got a charger here. It's a universal kind of European here that you can use. There's light switches here for the reading light and for the overhead light, so that's easy. And then I have a little tray down here where I can put my drink right there, or I can put my phone and whatnot. It's right there, easy peasy. And then down at the other end I have a switch, turn on some lights, and then also another charger there. And then Rob has his upstairs here, but before we do that, let's switch over here. I'm gonna show you this little area here because this is amazing. So most of the sleeper trains, you can only sit on one side, but this one has this glorious seat I think we can maybe both sit on. And look at this, so we can have breakfast in the morning. That's incredible, I love it. Nice big table. So we've got that. And there is a little bit of space underneath here, and a little bit of space also underneath the bed if you want to store your bags under there. So really quite a bit of space here. While I'm sitting here, I'm going to show you, we get these little gift bags, and these are reusable toiletry bags, which is actually comes in real handy because we really do need new toiletry bags, especially Rob's. So let's see what we have in here. We've got some slippers and some hand sanitizer, some tissue. Oh, a sewing kit. Okay. More sanitizer. What do we got here? We've got mouthwash. Ooh, I like that. Okay, I can buff my shoes, which is going to be weird because I'm wearing sneakers. A mask, sleep mask, and a toothbrush kit. Oh, and a floss. That's important. All my dental hygienists and dentists out there are probably super excited about this. Not a lot of dental kits come with that, so that's awesome. So now that you know what's in our awesome little gift baggies, I'm going to send it up to Rob to his penthouse, and he is going to show you his bed.
My bed is right above Allie's, and it's not that much higher, but I've been surveying the room, and I have a small problem. There is no ladder. I don't see, I've looked, and I cannot see any way that is made for me to get up there. So I may just have to jump for it and see what happens. When the attendant comes by later, I may ask if there's a better way, but let's see if this is even possible. So here goes. First of all, this is going to hold me in, so that needs to be down. I know that one. All right, they just knocked on the door and brought us 4 waters, so that is really good.
We'll be hydrated.
But it was not the room attendant, so that did not solve the getting in the bed problem. I had no one to ask. So I'm just going to try to get up there, see how it works. This could be rough.
Oh, there's a step right there by your hand. See that?
This?
I don't know if that works.
Oh, you got to have a pretty small foot. Like it's literally,
I don't think
come show this. It's like I put my hand in there and it's like, it's an inch. It's an inch, so it's like into there. That's how big it is. And it's not wide. My foot barely fits in there. I think that might be it though. Okay. I'm not sure how much that helps me. Oh.
Let's hope he makes it.
There is no way, because you can't.
Yeah, I don't see how you can get off.
You can't get your foot from there to there.
No, the saga continues.
Okay, I'm gonna just try to jump for it.
No.
If I brace myself on this side, if I stand on your bed, I can do it.
Okay, there you go.
All right,
okay,
easy.
So he made it up.
Easy, easy. So, yeah, this is a little bit tighter. As you can see, my head is hitting. than the other Intercity Notte that we've been on. This is more like a Superliner on Amtrak. But there are some cool things up here. You can spin all the way around because this bar does come up and down. I do have my own power outlet right here, which I love. And then I think these are lights, which is also good. And then I have a little compartment here for, I guess, glasses. Looks like there's supposed to be a cup holder here, but I think it's broken, so it's not there. It's gone. But more interestingly, if I arch myself around here, there's another level up here. This is crazy. There's 2 more beds up here. I have no idea how you would get up here. This is going to be... How am I going to get up there?
I don't know how you're even going to get down, honestly.
Okay. I'm going to try to get up here.
Oh my god. Let's see. I don't know. Once he's up there, I don't know how he's going to get back there.
Okay. I made it.
Look at you.
I made it. I'm like a climbing enthusiast up here. Okay, so let's show you how big this is up here. So I'm on one side, that's the exact other side. And there's 2 more lights and power outlets up here. And it's kind of a curved dome top. And you are kind of close to these lights, which makes it pretty bright. But yeah, that's all there is up here. So I'm going to hand this back to Allie and try to figure our way down.
I feel like I was so far away from him up there. So I'm going to show you the extra thing here in just 1 second. Hang on.
Okay, we are underway, as you can maybe see behind me. It's a little dark out there, I know, but the train left at about 9 o'clock at night, and it's an interesting procedure here when you get on a train. They don't check your ticket at all until later, so no one has checked our ticket, but we're already moving. So our ticket said 71 and 72, and the room door said 7, so we just kind of figured that was the right room, and I think it is. So you just come on and get on, and then people come by and they give you all kinds of stuff. There was a guy that gave us the waters, a guy that gave us the night kits, a guy that came and gave us towels. There was another guy that gave us pillowcases. So about 4 or 5 people came by, knocked on the door, gave us a gift, and then eventually they will come by to check our tickets. And you just have to make sure that you are on the right train, because that is up to you. There's really not a lot you can do if you get on the wrong train at this point, because you're already going. So we're pretty sure we're on the right one, and happy about that. And this is a really nice room.
Okay, so who we believe to be our room steward came by bearing more gifts, and he brought us snacks, and we've had these before on the other Intercity Notte that we were on, and they're olive oil crackers, and they are so good. And then I think because we're in the Excelsior, we get a bottle of Prosecco. What? And I get this all to myself because Rob doesn't drink, so he's gonna drink the waters. And I think he'll share some with me. So that's that. And so you remember Rob was having a little problem getting up to his bed. Our room steward, really nice guy, showed us a cool trick. Let me show you. He said, just pull. I said, what? Pull. Okay. What? There's a closet in here, you guys. And then inside, ta-da, there's a ladder. And that is how dear Rob is gonna get up to his bed without cracking something. He's gonna use this ladder. So yay. We have a way up, and we found a good storage closet too, should we want to fit some stuff in there. So awesome.
I'm very happy I've got my ladder, and this is gonna be easy now to get up to this middle level bunk.
Much better.
Remember, there's 2 more bunks out top there, so if you had 4 people, you had kids, let me show you what this ladder does. It's like a fireman's ladder. It goes all the way up there. So
whoa.
Oh, but there's no steps right here. So there's no steps when it goes up there. But you'd have to climb up to about this halfway level, and make it from there. So let me know in the comments, would you do that? Would you be willing? Do you think you could make it? I think you can make it.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's good to have a ladder finally.
Okay, so here it is. We have a bathroom, our own private bathroom in our room. This room is so crazy. So I'm gonna take you in here and show you around real quick. Okay guys, so we've got a sink right here, and you just push the button and it just stays on until it just kind of is its own little timer. You have a medicine cabinet here, open, ta-da! You can store your stuff right there if you like. Also here you can put some things and they won't fall off. And then you do have an outlet in here, which is really good. You've got your shower here. I like that it has this door as opposed to just like a shower curtain, because this really does keep the water from getting on the floor down here. And then we've got our commode right here. And it looks like the toilet paper holder is broken, so there is toilet paper right there. And then to flush it, see this down here? Shows me I have to hit this red button in order to flush the toilet. So that's going to be amazing at night to not have to worry about going out and getting woken up out in the hallway. We'll be right here in our own private bathroom, nice and quick, and without having to wake up in the hallway with those lights.
You might be wondering now, how much did we pay for this room? And for this room, we're going from Palermo to Rome, so it's about a 12-hour trip, and we paid $426 total price. That's for the two of us, everything included. So that's about a little less than $200 more than we paid for our other one, for the deluxe one, and that was a longer trip. So this one is a little bit of a premium to get it, but still I think compared to other sleeper cars in Europe and in America, $426 is not that bad to get the best sleeper car that Trenitalia has.
So the attendant came by with just a couple more notes before saying goodnight to us. And one of the things he talked about was breakfast and wanted to know what time we preferred. We're getting in around 10 a.m. So he asked us if we wanted it, we could have it anytime between 8 and 9, so we wanted to sleep in a little bit and said 9. So he's going to bring us that, and he also asked me if I wanted Italian or American coffee. I've had lots of Italian coffee while I've been here, and if you've had real Italian coffee, it's basically an espresso shot, and it's like a, you know, kind of like a shot in the arm of coffee. So I was curious to see what their version of American coffee would be, so I ordered that, and we'll see what that's like in the morning.
Is it snack time yet?
It most certainly is.
I see these, so these are pretty good. There's 2 of them. Are we sharing them, or?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm giving you this whole Prosecco though, so I'm gonna get a couple out of this bag or no?
Of course.
Okay, good. It's like these little olive oil dough crackers. They're really good.
Yeah. It's got some rosemary in there too, which makes it even tastier.
They're like giant Italian croutons. I love them.
Good morning. We're up and at 'em waiting. Our attendant should be bringing breakfast here in just a few moments, but we've fixed the bed up. As you can see, we've made it into the couch, so it was super easy to do. All we had to do is just flip it up, and the same thing with Rob's, just flipped it up and it snaps into place. So that was easy breezy. So I don't know if we can bring them down. I think you have to have a special key to unfold them, but you can at least fold them up in the morning if you want to sit up and enjoy the views out the window.
breakfast time. We got an assortment of treats here, and the first thing is this classic croissant, and we also have what looks to be toast, I think. We have more of these rosemary crouton chip cracker type things, which are great. And then we have 2 orange juices and 2 coffees, 2 American coffees. So we'll see what those look like. And then we also got, this is new, I've never had this before. Looks to be rice.
Black rice crackers. Oh, they're gluten-free.
Oh, okay. So let's open some of this up and see what it looks like. Let me try the croissant first. Ooh. Okay, so that's what it looks like. And let's see. It's sweet.
Oh.
It's really good, yeah. It's almost like sugary.
Sitting here looking around and I'm thinking it was such a good experience in this room and it was such a spacious room, but honestly, if you're traveling with a family, this is the perfect room for a family of 4, and it doesn't have to be little kids because the beds upstairs are both the same size as the beds down here. So, you know, 2 adults, mom, dad, 2 teenagers could be in this room and you'd have plenty of room, and there's plenty of floor space and there's plenty of seating too when you're awake to sit in here. So this is a great room.
We got into our room, it is noon, so we got in a couple hours early. They were real nice to check this in, even though it is super busy here this week because it is April 15th. Easter is 2 days away and we are in Rome. So that is like probably the busiest city you could find for this time of year. And the prices here reflect that. Now, we booked our hotel a long time ago, which was really good because we looked online today. I always look to see if you can get a better price, and the prices for this weekend now, for tonight, the lowest price in this hotel is $488. Tomorrow night, the cheapest price is $988. It's crazy. We heard people checking out and they were paying thousands of dollars when they were checking out. So we're pretty happy to be here. We paid $145 a night for this room because we booked it a couple months ago. And we really think this is a great location. We can walk to Trevi Fountain, we can walk to the Coliseum, we can walk just about anywhere you want in Rome, and it is a really kind of upscale room. So Allie's going to give you a quick tour and show you what it's all about.
So we'll start over here by the door. You get a little closet area, which that's going to be really nice. You get some nice comfy slippers, which is great because this is not carpeted floor like we're used to in the States. So that'll be nice to lay out my bag there. You got a full-length mirror here, and then you have a nice little ottoman or kind of someplace to sit right there. Nice big bed. I love these hives. You see these little honeycombs all throughout the hotel, so that's kind of a cool theme. And then we've got a little
kettle, which I love having the kettle because you can make coffee right here in the room, and it's hot, which is great. We got this nice big TV, which you don't see often, a nice big TV like that. This one is a Samsung, and we get a refrigerator, which is crazy. You don't get that all the time. This one's has a mini bar in it, but most of the time we just put our own stuff in there. So that's great here. And then we have a nice bathroom in here, nice little shower, and it's a rain shower, which I love, the rain showers. Look at this nice kind of upscale bowl, the commode, and of course the bidet and towel warmer, which I love. So that's a really nice room. I think we're really gonna like this. What do you think, Rob?
Yeah, and I checked the internet here, so if you're like on business and you need fast internet, it is really fast here, over 100 megabits per second. So we are happy about that too. Hey, we made it to Trevi Fountain, but it is Good Friday, so the whole country is here. We are at the Spanish Steps, which is a beautiful place. You can go have your picture taken. Today there are tons of people here because it is Good Friday. Now, we were here a few years ago and had the place all to ourselves. It was at night in November, and so that was pretty amazing too. This is a different experience. They were both good.
Questo è quello che facciamo anche noi locali, vedi quella. ¿Dónde quedamos? En Plaza España, Virginia, ¿no?
We just went to Trieste Pizza and we got 3 mini pizzas, a croquette and a lemonade for 12 euros, which is about $12. Let's see what these look like. They're really individually cooked pizzas. So I got this one, which was sausage and potato. There's a margarita, and then what'd you get, Ari?
I got the croqueta, which is like kind of a thick type bacon with spinach. And then this is the croquetona, which is basically like a potato croquette.
These look really good. This is how you're supposed to eat them, folded up. That's how they give them to you when you leave the store. And we are just walking to the Coliseum, so these are the perfect food to kind of eat and walk as you go. Let's see how it is.
Wait, I see people, guys.
That's really good. The potato and the sausages was really good together on pizza.
You're in Rome, and one of the places you absolutely, hands down, cannot miss is this guy behind me, the Coliseum. It is one of the wonders of the world, and when you get here, it's absolutely breathtaking. I don't do a lot of crying, but when I saw this thing for the very first time a few years ago, I may have shed a tear or two. I don't know if you guys get emotional about stuff like that, but this was absolutely beautiful. It's something I had wanted to see for a long time, so it was really amazing to see then, and I'm really glad we got to see it again this time.
That's a wrap on Rome. We're headed to Cinque Terre today. We're getting on a Frecciarossa train, which is a new train for us. We have first class tickets there, and then we'll need to change trains in La Spezia to get the local train to Cinque Terre. We aren't sure if there's going to be food, so we did buy a trusty sandwich to bring with us. So it should be a pretty quick 4-hour trip over to Cinque Terre.
Attenzione! Abbiamo dei treni diretti a Firenze, Bologna, Milano, Torino, Verona, Venezia potranno subire ritardi fino a 60 minuti per un guasto ad un treno precedente sulla linea alta velocità Roma-Firenze.
Gentili passeggeri, cordialmente naso e bocca. La violazione di tali obblighi comporta l'intervento delle forze dell'ordine e l'interruzione del servizio alla prima stazione. Now arriving early compared to the scheduled time in Civitavecchia. Thank you for traveling with Trenitalia. We will be glad to see you again on board our trains. I viaggiatori troveranno il treno regionale 12545 per Roma Termini delle ore 12:55. Regionale veloce 4132 per Pisa Centrale delle ore 13:15. Regionale veloce 4132 per Pisa Centrale delle ore 14:26. Passengers can find the train regionale 18308 to Firenze Santa Maria Novella with scheduled departure at 13:50. Regionale veloce 4132 to Pisa Centrale with scheduled departure at 14:26. We are pleased to welcome you on board the Frecciarossa 8660. The train will arrive in Genova Piazza Principe at 60:58. Trenitalia staff are available to assist passengers for any need of reporting. We wish you a pleasant journey.
All right, we made it all the way into Cinque Terre, and we are actually staying at the first of the 5 cities in Rio Maggiore. We're in this beautiful Airbnb, and it is actually on the main street of the city. And we even have our own little kitchen, so we can decide if we want to eat in or we want to eat out, which is actually pretty great. I love having that option, especially when we're in a city and an area like this. So we're gonna head out and explore. We're gonna do a little bit of grocery shopping, head out and explore. And don't forget, guys, that we always list our favorite Airbnbs like these that we like. We put those in on our blog, groundedlifetravel.com, and it's in the blog entitled Around the World with Airbnb. So make sure to check that out. All the links are there for lots of different places, not just Italy. So I think we're ready to, I'm gonna grab my bags and we're gonna head over to the grocery store, and then we're gonna hit the streets and explore tonight.
We're in Rio Maggiore and we just bought our tickets for the day. We bought the all-day pass, which is 18 euros, and that covers you for any train you want to take in the Cinque Terre area all day. Now it is 5 euros per ride, so if you're gonna do more than 3, it's worth it. But the other big advantage is there's a huge long ticket line at every station to get a ticket, and so if you have the pass, you don't have to wait in line. So we took that option. We're gonna do more than 3 anyway, so it's a good deal for us.
Il treno Cinque Terre Express regionale 22916 di Trenitalia proveniente dalla Spezia Marina.
And this has got to be one of the prettiest train stations that you'll ever see. Look at the views of the water from here.
Okay guys, so we are here in Cinque Terre, which translates roughly to about 5 lands, 5 cities. And this area actually is UNESCO World Heritage, and in 1999 it became a national park. It's actually the smallest national park in Italy, but the most densely populated with over 4,000 people. We rode the train all the way to the end, to the last city. We are in Monterosso al Mare, and there's a nice huge beach area here. We're gonna explore that, and then we're gonna work our way back towards the city that we are actually staying in, which is the first city, Rio Maggiore. So Monterosso has the most beach space, and they actually have sand on the beach, as a lot of the other cities do not have that. It is the city that is the least built into the hill. It does have the most housing. It has the most restaurants. So if you're coming with your family, especially little kids, this is the most ideal to stay in because it will give you more options as far as food and housing, and of course having quick access to the beach. So this is a good one to come to for those options.
Vernazza now, and it is the most crowded of the 5 cities, and boy is it ever crowded. We're here in the middle of April, and it is pretty crowded. By summer it will be packed. Tip is, if you want to have this place a little bit more to yourself, if you stay in Vernazza, after dinner time all the crowds will leave and it'll be a little more of a sleepy town at night. But during the day it is quite crowded, but it is probably the most beautiful city of the 5. Corniglia is a beautiful city, but it does get the prize for the most labor intensive. That is because there's a lot of walking and a lot of steps and a lot of hills. Not recommended if you don't like going up steep inclines or if you have any mobility issues. But if you're fine with that, it's a great place to go. We've been walking down this path for a little while now. When we get to the end of it, there's going to be a pretty steep hill going up. Okay, you can start to see the people walking up the paths, the crisscross paths up there. So I'll show you what that looks like. We've got to walk all the way up to the top where the orange and yellow building are. This is great. It tells you there's a pharmacy at the top when you get there if you need it. It is just a beautiful walk up. So, you know, my advice is to do the walk, take your time, take in these views at every little stopping point, and you'll make it up just fine.
All right, we just got here in Monterosso, ready to explore.